Hello, Internet! Welcome to some more Bazzle Stadium Live. We're here again with the Trick Room team, and it's not been going as bad as I as I thought it might have been, because this team was built quite a long time ago, quite a while ago, and it is very one-dimensional. So now we are in Master Ball. I did kind of expect to lose majority of the games, but it's been going not bad. And this looks like a pretty offensive team as well that might not enjoy hard Trick Room. So, I don't know, maybe there's some room for this kind of team, again, somewhere. But, okay, how can he stop Trick Room? He hasn't really got many ways if I just, copycat myself. I don't think. Any ways I could get around it without copycatting myself? No, because I think the Durant might not be able to one-shot. It probably can one-shot Claydol. Durant can one-shot almost everything, can't it? So, and it will Dynamax. So yeah, I think I do have to do this. I do have to go with the Lipid mode. But then do I go with Hatterene or with Claydol? I think the answer to that question is Claydol, just because it can hit the Ant, the Durant a little bit better. So Torkoal for that, and to reduce that, and very helpful there, Barry. And yeah, I think we want Delmise here as well. Although I could see a case for Hatterene in the back, especially because that Conkeldurr is going to come to this match. So yeah, maybe Conkeldurr is going to give us some problems here, but we have got Psychic with the Claydol at least. So I don't know, we'll see. Okay, Tyranitar Milotic. All right then. I expect this Milotic is probably going to start coiling. In which case, there's not too many ways that I can stop that. It's probably going to Dynamax the Tyranitar, go for a Max Darkness into the Claydol as well. But yeah, I need to get my Delmise in here to stop that. I mean, I could just go for Fake Out, but I'm pretty sure Max Darkness will knock out the Claydol, so I have to go for the Copycat here. But then, there's no... I need him to attack my Lipid this turn so that I get the eject button now and get the Delmise straight away, but that's not going to happen. He's just going to go for a big Dark Attack into my Claydol, and it's just going to coil. Unfortunately. Yeah, this could be tricky. Coil Milotic is a decent answer for Trick Room like this. There's not really anything that I can do to stop this. So yeah, we've got the Trick Room now. And we see Tyranitar. Yeah, use Crunch. It doesn't Dynamax. And the Milotic coil. Oh, Muddy Water. Oh, yes. Please hit the Lipid. Yes. Nice. Brilliant. Good. I was so sure he was going to coil there, which is, a good answer to teams like this. But now Delmise looks pretty good. So Delmise does threaten both of these Pokemon. The Milotic, I think, is going to be the more annoying of the two. But the Tyranitar can Dynamax, go for a Max Darkness into either of these. And, it'll one-shot the Delmise, which would not be good. Maybe the Milotic isn't actually a problem this turn, seeing as he didn't coil first turn. Maybe he actually hasn't got coil. So, alright, I'm gonna double into the Tyranitar. If it Dynamaxes, I think it'll survive these two attacks. This is probably a Dynamax Tyranitar. Yeah, it's in the green ball, has to be Tyranitar, surely. Else, I could have Power Whipped the Milotic. But I mean, I have got Torkoal in the back, so I do really need to keep Delmise safe. Milotic can't really touch Delmise too well, but yeah, I mean that Gyro Ball did do a lot of damage, but this Max Quake isn't going to finish it off. I mean, if it puts it in eruption range, that would be good, but it's not going to. Yeah, nowhere near. So yeah, this is bad. I mean, this is just one of those situations where these are just two Pokemon that are too bulky to take my attacks. Oh, okay. I'm fine with that. I don't mind that. I just hope this isn't a Coil or a Hypnosis. I mean, that would be annoying as well, wouldn't it? If he actually hit. It's an Ice Beam. Okay, well, we should survive that. Yeah, we do. We don't get frozen. And that's the last sand chip we're going to be taking, because our Torkoal's going to be coming in here. So now we're at an interesting part of the game, where we've only got 2 Pokemon left. And this is just their lead. And we're 2 turns of Trick Room down as well. So this is not very good at all for us. I mean, an attack from Delmise will knock out the Tyranitar, but then an Ice Beam from Milotic will knock out Delmise. We can't protect Delmise. I'm going to take this opportunity to go for a Solar Blade, just because I want to see the animation, and see if it knocks it out, and hope that a Solar Beam knocks out Tyranitar, although I don't think it will. So Max Guard, fine. I mean, Solar Blade is base 125. It is powerful, but Milotic is bulky. So we'll see if it takes this Solar Blade. Cool animation. Look at that. It doesn't. Okay. You have been Solar Bladed. And Solar Beam. Solar Beam and Solar Blade. There's the combination. We haven't really done it, you know, to a win here. I don't think we can win this game, but we've done it, because he just needs to swap his Tyranitar out, and he just wins. Like, okay, you've got the weakness policy boost, but if you just swap the Tyranitar out, you've won the game, essentially. So here, all right, okay, here, I'm going to attack into the Tyranitar with I always get these buttons Y and plus mixed up. I'm going to attack either a grass attack or a steel attack. Don't think it makes too much of a difference. If a Gyro Ball knocks it out, I think maybe Gyro Ball is the better option there. So I'll Gyro Ball the Tyranitar and I'll just Erupt. Because assuming this Conkeldurr doesn't protect, and this Gyro Ball does knock out the Tyranitar, which it does, a single target Eruption could, if it's not Assault Vested, one-shot this Conkeldurr. Okay, be strong, Torkoal. Be powerful. It does. Ooh, okay. Okay. This is interesting. They must be confident that this last Pokemon can take care of this. Is it Arcanine? It's Durant. And he's used his Dynamax. Okay. One more turn of Trick Room. So this is the turn that we're going to go for a Phantom Force, because we're going to get a guaranteed attack on it with the Phantom Force next turn. We'll just Erupt, obviously he's going to protect here, but he needs to hit his attacks. He's just forfeit the game. He's hustle, he needs to hit his attacks. So, okay, Solar Beam, Solar Blade to win the game. But like I said, I mean, this is just a thing of identifying win conditions. I am pretty sure if he swapped his Dynamax Tyranitar out, he would have won the game there, because he would have got the sand back up, and I mean, I guess he doesn't know that my Delmise doesn't have Protect, but Torkoal in the sand can't touch Tyranitar, so he literally just needed to just crunch the Delmise until, you know, it's not around any longer, because Torkoal's doing nothing there. So, like, that was his game to win, and you know, we took it. You know, maybe he'll learn and go go forward with that. But this is an interesting one. That is a Corsola, a Galarian Corsola. Dhelmise looks very good here again, aside from that Corsola, especially if he's got a Will-O-Wisp. But yeah, Dhelmise looks amazing in this game. So much so that, I mean, I'm tempted to even lead it. Because I don't think he's going to lead with a Corsola. He'll have that in the back for when I get Trick Room up. I imagine, anyway. He hasn't got anything that really threatens my Dhelmise, unless he's got Will-O-Wisp on either the Rotom or the Mimikyu there. Yeah, okay, maybe I don't want to lead with Dhelmise, but I have got Iron Ball, so I wonder how fast I am compared to that Corsola. But I think instead we will go with which Trick Room set do you think we should go with? Oh, this is a tough one. Okay, we'll go with Lipard, and I guess we'll go with Hatterene, with definitely Dhelmise in the back. And Torkoal, I suppose. See if we can Solar Blade some more things. Yeah, I don't see too much room for Gigalith here. Claydol could do something. Claydol is very good against. That's why. Yeah, I was just remembering. Yeah, there was like a phase, like ages ago at the beginning of the format, when a few people, like a week, when people started to look at Claydol. It's because it resists pretty much everything that Rhyperior does. Rhyperior was the very, very common, Pokemon in that format at that time. Still is quite common, but what do you think this Mimikyu is going to do then? Do you think it's going to Dynamax and Max Ghost into Hatterene? Because that would make a lot of sense. And do you think their Hatterene is going to try and Trick Room or not? So I'm going to Foul Play the Mimikyu. Or am I? Do I just go for the Copycat? I'm just going to go for the Copycat. Because even if he does go for Max Phantasm and Trick Rooms himself, like, this is the worst case scenario. Oh, he's not Dynamaxing. Or if he is, he's slower than my... his Hatterene's slower than my Hatterene. Oh, yeah, let's see how this plays out then. Because I was thinking worst case scenario there is he goes for Max Phantasm or whatever into my Hatterene and just Trick Rooms. The worst case scenario is he Trick Rooms himself there. But he could still be Trick Rooming, but he's not Dynamaxing. Maybe he knows this is what's coming. Shadow Sneak. Into, okay, my Hatterene. And a Dazzling Gleam, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay. Yeah, okay, Lipa goes down, but do I bring in Dhelmise here, which is amazing against his team, but weak to the Mimikyu? Or do I put in Torkoal here to try and chip away at things before Dhelmise comes in? Because if I do put Dhelmise in, I would have to double into the Mimikyu and hope the Mimikyu doesn't Dynamax to knock it out. And if I do lose my Dhelmise, I think I'll probably lose the game here. So I am actually going to put Torkoal in. And I'm just going to check the speed stats on these two as well. I think Torkoal's slower, but this Hatterene isn't minimum speed. It's got a speed IV of like 20 something, I think. So I'm just going to double check here what the speed stats are. Torkoal speed of 29 and Hatterene here 42. Okay, it's a fast Hatterene. So we'll Erupt first. But then we'll Smite into one of them. I think we'll Smite into their Hatterene. I think that's the more threatening of the two right now. And breaking the Disguise in the Mimikyu is really good for the Dhelmise as well. Okay, so one of them is the Master Ball. Maybe this is the Hatterene then. And if his Hatterene is slower than mine, which it probably is, then actually maybe this is quite bad. Because yeah, my Hatterene hasn't got minimum IVs in speed. So is Shadow sneaking again? Maybe he's expecting I've got a focus sash or something. But we'll erupt there. That does decent damage. I would like to get this smite off. It also means that I am actually faster in Trick Room, so that's not a minimum speed Hatterene either. And we don't quite knock it out, but they are both confused now as well. But this means Delmise can come in and just threaten a knockout on either of these Pokemon. So, like, I'm hoping he doesn't smite me, but like he probably will do. Oh, he hits himself in confusion. That is fantastic for us. That is really, really good for us, because now we can just erupt and Mindstorm just to set up the terrain. We could Overgrowth to set up the grassy terrain for Delmise, but maybe he doesn't one-shot the Mimikyu actually. But no, we're erupting as well. I'm just thinking what he's got in the back that, like, what would he not want to take, essentially. He's got 2 Pokemon weak to grass there, 3 Pokemon weak to grass, and the Corsola. So I could go for an Overgrowth into the Mimikyu. I think that would knock it out, but just to set up the terrain, I'm going to go for this Max Mindstorm, because then whatever he's got in the back... Is he trying to max guard? He is, okay. Whatever he's got in the back is going to take a lot from this terrain boosted, life orb boosted Max Mindstorm. But yeah, okay, so he protected with his Hatterene there, but okay, well there's no terrain. Okay, Tokol, thank you. But there's still enough turns of Trick Room left where I'm threatening his own Hatterene. So my Milotic comes in. Okay, that's why I was thinking about maybe setting up the grassy terrain. But I mean, at the same time, I couldn't anyway because he max guarded. But now, I guess I just erupt and attack into the Milotic. Like I'm definitely erupting. Like I could Solar Beam into the Milotic, I guess. Okay, yeah, maybe I could. Like, just because we saw that my Hatterene was slower in Trick Room, I'm just worried if that was a speed type. I could go for a Solar Beam and a Dazzling Gleam. So let's do that then. Let's assume that that wasn't a speed type. The Hatterene is still confused as well. Possibly. So, this is getting the most damage on their Milotic as possible. This turn. Again, assuming that I am actually slower in Trick Room. Yeah, okay, good. So risking a potential speed tie there, although this is, like I'm saying, like my Hatterene's got an IV of, I think it's like 27, 28 in speed, so it would have been very strange for that to have been a speed tie. And just as cold. Okay. I'm in the sun. So cold, only takes, 60 HP from that. Milotic's burnt with its Flame Orb. Okay, maybe it's not competitive then, because there is Marvel Scale, isn't there? The ability that apparently makes them bulkier, but they take damage from burn anyway, so how bulky are you over time? But is this last turn of Trick Room? Yeah, last turn of Trick Room. Okay, so we do need to be a little bit smart here, because we've got Delmise in the back, but we could get burnt by the Milotic. Bad things can happen still. We could activate a weakness policy on Rhyperior and lose, so maybe we don't want to do that. So, yeah, I'm going to Solar Beam into the Milotic, and I'm going to Dazzling Beam as well. Just because if the Milotic doesn't protect, it's definitely going to go down. And unless it's got like, no, it hasn't got a 50% berry because it's Flame Orb. For whatever reason. But yeah, I'm not doing this into the Rhyperior just because I don't want to activate its weakness policy. So Psychic, I guess, technically would have been better there, but I did just want to make sure we did get the knockout on the Milotic there. And he's probably going to be knocking out the Torkoal, okay, or just Earthquaking. Hatterene survives, which is good. But has he got Fire Punch? And if he does, we've still got our Hatterene, haven't we, actually? So I just want to make sure. Yeah, we've got one more turn of Sunlight, so I'm going to go for a Solar Blade on this last turn of Sun, and we'll just try and Trick Room again. So, oh, it's just Earthquaking again. Okay, well, Delmise is fine with that. And we're going to Solar Beam to finish the game. A lot of beams and gleams in this game. Beams and gleams. Like steaks and shapes. Steaks and shapes. And weights. Stakes and weights and shapes. Beams and gleams and... Shut up, Barry. It is such a good animation though, isn't it? It's a massive beam of light from the solar forces coming down upon this Rhyperior. Sorry, I mean that would have knocked out 2 more Rhyperiors as well, probably. But well, maybe not 2 more. But nice. Okay, we got to use Solar Blade quite a bit in this game, so very happy with that. So thank you for watching this, guys. I mean, if you've liked it, please like. I think YouTube makes people watch my videos a bit more. If you like it a bit more, go into people's suggestions and everything. So please do that. It only takes you a moment if you did like this. But otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for one more. We've got 2 more after this, haven't we? With this Trick Room team. So thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.